I have been super busy these last couple of weeks. I've been going to CEX quite a bit. Most of these games are quite cheap. Not all of them, but most of them are quite cheap. And there is a whole bunch of goodness in here, ranging from the PS2, PS3, PS4, and, which I haven't done in a long time, added some PSP games to my collection. I've actually purged a lot more than what I've added recently, but we've got some of them in here as well. And we have a really odd eBay pickup as well to show you and unbox. So it's a packed video. Let's get into it and let me show you what I've actually been picking up. That's right, guys. I have been super busy over the last couple of weeks with work and with everything. If I get 5 minutes to myself, I've been in CEX mostly, and this has been my last pickups of the 2, maybe 3 weeks at this point, and it's probably going to be my last big pickups video of the year. I don't see myself going out too much in the next coming weeks, apart from when I go and see my family next week. I'm looking forward to that a lot, and I'll be going into Norwich CEX. We'll be going into last level games. We'll be doing everything, and that will be my last pickups of 2024. So look out for that. Stay locked to the channel if you want to see some more pickups like this, because hopefully, fingers crossed, there will be a lot more coming in the near future. Because every time I go to see my family in that, I don't have free reign. No, never. But I always come back with some amazing finds from Norwich and Norfolk and that in general, because it's just a great place to hunt and I enjoy it a lot. So if you're excited to see what the hell is in this CEX bag, drop a like on the video, leave a comment down below if you think I've done well, and yeah, consider subscribing if you've not done so already. Let's go. So I've managed to actually get them out of the bag, which is utterly, an actual feat, to be fair. But what I'm thinking of, I think we'll start with this. Now, this is not a game in here, and it's video game related, and it is an actual, accessory of sorts, I suppose. But it's weird. I've never seen one of these before in my life. I've never actually seen a box one of these before in my life. I have opened it just to see if it's actually in there, and it is. I picked this up on eBay probably last week. At this point, it was in my watch list. It was on. They sent an offer, I believe, of 85% off. It was up for £7. I paid £1 for whatever this is inside this package, and yeah, I'm just gonna open it because there's no other real, talking I can do about the actual product. Yeah, let's just get into it. It is a Joytech PlayStation 1 memory card, boxed in all of its glory, and it also has the authentic musty smell, so it's obviously been in a loft or something recently. But I've never seen one of these before in my life. I've never seen the England version of a PlayStation 1 memory card, which is insane to me. I haven't actually opened it up. It looks to be all in there. If I can open it, can I actually get it out? I can. So we have, I'm assuming this is from the 1998 World Cup or even the 2002 one. It is the PS1 England memory card, which is madness to me. And to be fair, it's not really a collection of what I'm doing. I just have so many PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 memory cards. So I thought, you know what? He sent me an offer. I think it was up for £7 or £8. And then he sent me an offer for £1. And I was like, yeah, I'll have that. Thank you very much. It was plus postage. It was £2, which is insane. It's boxed. It's in actually really good condition. It's from Joytech, so it's not official PlayStation memory card, but it's pretty cool, and it will go up with the rest of my memory. I think I've got 20 memory cards, something like that, for the PS1 and the PS2 respectively, and this was pretty cool. I wouldn't say I'm actively buying them or even searching for them. I've just got them, which is odd, but this is pretty cool nonetheless. For £1, boxed, it's in pretty good condition. Yeah, one of the weirdest pickups I think I've had recently. Now that weird pickup is out of the way, we'll start with the actual PS2 games. Now, if you haven't seen my Wednesday video on my PS5, my PS2 hidden gems, they were my recent PlayStation 2 pickups, but I thought I'd throw them into this video. If you've missed that video, go check it out. It's a very good video. If I do say so myself, watch it, come back. Thank you very much. Love you so much. So we won't spend too much time going through my PlayStation 2 pickups, but there's quite a few. I've been very busy, especially after my PlayStation 2 collection video. I thought, you know what, I would like to actually add some decent PS2 games, and that's what I've been doing. I've added 6 recently, which is, like I said in the video, unheard of, because I've only added about 25 to 30 games this year. So to add 6 in like a week, maybe even 2, that's good going, and they're cheap. This whole bunch only cost me like 15 quid, not even that, from CEX. All of these are from CEX, so yeah, spoiler alert. So the first one is Forgotten Realms Dungeon Stone, Demon Stone, not Dungeon Stone, Jesus Christ, for 3 quid, which is pretty cool. The next one is Legends of Wrestling for £2. I'm looking forward to playing that. I'm missing my wrestling. I've got like an itch to play some wrestling games, so I'm really looking forward to that. And then this is the start of one of my favorite franchises of all time. I really do enjoy number 2, number 3. It is Just Cause. This one's probably not as good as the other two. I haven't really played Just Cause 4, saying that, so I might actually go buy. I think I've actually got it, surprisingly, but I haven't played it yet. But this one's Just Cause, which is pretty cool. It costs 3 quid. The next one is Starsky and Hutch for £2. I love my bad movie to game adaptations or TV series to game adaptations, and this is one of them. It didn't review well. I do enjoy it though. I think it's a good game, and I think it is a hidden gem, like I said in the video. Next up, we have, again, for £1.50. I'm fairly certain this has like a remaster from the PS4, hence why it is so cheap. But this is Wipeout Fusion. It's £1.50, or it's on PlayStation 3. It's on one of them. Please let me know down in the comments which one it is. But yeah, this game, I'm really looking forward to playing that. I like my Wipeout Fusions, well, Wipeouts, not Wipeout Fusions. I've got the collection on PS4, I believe. I'm not sure which ones are actually included in it, but I do have it anyway. But Wipeout for £1.50 is insane. Then lastly, for my PS2 section of this video, is Rocky. And now this is the game that I'm really looking forward to playing. It costs 4 quid. It's the most expensive PS2 game that I've picked up in my pickups now, at £4. But yeah, this game looks really good, and I love the Rocky films, and I haven't actually played the game. I'm not sure how many games there are. I don't think there's many, but yeah, Rocky on PS2, insane. So 6 PlayStation 2 games added to the collection, which is utterly insane. I am so happy with these. I'm so happy to actually be adding some really good PlayStation 2 games to my collection, although I can't really store them. It's a bit of an issue, but again, we cross bridges when we get to them. We're not there yet. But 6 PlayStation 2 games added to the collection is fantastic. I believe these were like £15, £15.50, something like that. 6 for 15 quid is great value. There's hours of content here. It's insane. So to start off with, for the PS2, not too bad. I should say all the PS2 games are complete with the manual and are in pretty good condition, if I do say so. I got quite lucky, especially on Rocky. It's in fantastic condition. The disc is really good. But moving on, we have the PSP pickups I've had recently. Now, as you are fully aware, I have purged my PSP collection quite a lot recently. I really have. I've got rid of like 20, maybe 25 games of just shovelware and just stuff that I'm not interested in. However, these 3 pickups are ones that I'm very interested in, and obviously I will be traveling very, very soon, so I will be taking the PSP with me, which is cool. It's what it's used for. It's what I usually use it for, is when I'm traveling. So quite often. So the first one is £5, and it is Little Big Planet. It's just Little Big Planet on the PSP, which is pretty cool. I think it plays just like the PS3 version. Correct me if I'm wrong down below, but it's £5, complete with the manual and everything. It's in great condition, and I fancy playing Little Big Planet on the plane. That's all there is to it. These 3 were pretty much games I wanted to play on the plane when we travel over. So yeah, Little Big Planet. I actually forgot that I actually bought this on the PSP. Yeah, it's another game in the franchise I've literally just shown off, which is Wipeout Pure. But this is only £3.50. It is complete with the manual. I'm not sure if this is much different to any other Wipeout game. It's probably just handheld, which is pretty cool to me. And it was a game that I was very intrigued about and to play on the plane again. So for £3.50, I'm not going to complain. It looks really good. And it's another pretty cool PSP game to add to my collection because it doesn't happen a lot. Now, the last one is very cheap. It only costs £1.50, and I like my simulator games. I like building stuff. I like crafting stuff, and this ticks all the boxes for me. And it is Thrillville. Now you can get. I'm fairly certain this is the Thrillville, like sort of off the PS2, so the off the rails one. I'm not 100% sure. It looks semi-similar. I'm yeah, it's just Thrillville. I like my roller coaster tycoon games. I like my planet coasters. I like SimCities. I like simulator games. I really do. They're one of my like go-to genres of games. I love them. And this sort of ticks all the boxes for me. Hopefully it's pretty good. I'm not sure. Haven't seen a lot on it whatsoever. It is only a Thrillville game, and it did only cost £1.50. So my hopes are quite low, but I'm looking forward to it anyway. And yeah, £1.50, you can't complain. So just the three PSP pickups for this week. We got Little Big Planet, Wipeout Pure, and Thrillville. I think they're pretty good deals. I believe all of these in total cost £10, so that's not too bad for three PSP games. I'm looking forward to playing Little Big Planet. I haven't played that in a long time, and I would like to play on the PSP because I haven't actually ever played it on the PSP. It's the first time I've got it. I've only played it on the PS3, so I'm intrigued to see what the differences are, and yeah, it looks pretty cool. So three PSP games added to the collection, which has not happened in a very long time. So I'm very happy about that. So the next pickups will be PlayStation 4. We have 4 games on the PS4. I did a video on this recently as well last week. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. This is my brand new collection of games that I will be starting, and I am looking forward to it. It's going to be a slog, and I'm not going to just buy them out, straight away, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. We're going to try and do it, as we always do, as cheap as possible, and just try and get good deals. If they happen, great. If they don't, they don't, and we just try again. That's all we can do. So this one is obviously The Last of Us, only on PlayStation sleeve, which again is amazing, and I can't actually wait to start collecting these. I've been actively looking, but nothing just yet. But again, it's going to be one of those slow burner ones for me. I'm not going to go out there and just splurge like whatever it's going to cost, like 100, 200, 300 pounds. I'm not going to do that. We're going to play it safe. We're going to wait, and we're just going to try our best to get them at decent prices. What I think is decent prices, just like this. This was an eBay pickup. This cost, like I said in the video, like £14, included postage. Great deal on this. I saw one of Vinted go and actually sell for like £35 to £40. So quids in on this one, I tell you that. But yeah, these are beautiful. I love it. Am I stupid? Absolutely, I'm stupid. But do I care? No. It's PlayStation cardboard. I love it. Now for the next 3, these are my PlayStation 4 pickups. I keep adding PlayStation 4 games like they're going out of fashion, like as much as I do with PS3, if I'm actually being honest. And as you can see behind me, it's growing to a very big collection, and I need to do a count. I haven't counted how many PS4 games I've actually got. I know it's over 100 from the last count, but I don't know how many there is. I just keep adding them because I like them, and to be fair, I think it's one of the most bang for your buck consoles you can buy for at the minute. You get a lot for your money, and it's still in a good place to buy games for, as I will demonstrate just now. So first up is I've got the first one of these. I haven't played them just yet, but I do follow a few people that have actually played these games and they love them. I think it's a bit like Marmite. You either love them or you hate them, but I'm looking forward to them. I've bought sort of the games in the same sort of genre as well recently, so I'm looking forward to this one. It is the second one in the franchise. Like I said, it is Neo 2. This costs £6. I have Neo. I believe that it is just 1 and 2, and they are Souls-like games, but I've heard very good things, but I've also heard very bad things. So I'm looking forward to making my own opinion on them. I will probably hate life because it's a Souls-like, but we will try. That's all we can do. We can only try, and yeah, for £6 to complete the set. I think Neo was only like £4 when I bought it, So not too bad. £10 for both games. Happy days. But I do believe that there is a like collection on PS5 of the Neo games, which is pretty cool. But again, these play on PS5. Happy days. £6. You can't go wrong, especially for this. Yeah, it's Neo 2. Fantastic. So the next game is a game that I've been following for a very long time since it came out in 2016. It's had a very up and down sort of like cycle, but I think now it's in the best place it's ever been. And I picked it up. It's probably not the best platform to actually buy it on. I think you can buy it on PS5, but I would probably prefer to actually play on PC if it was me. But I bought it on PS4 just to see and dip my toes in the water and see what the actual game's about, and actually if it is pretty good compared to what it actually released as, because it didn't release well whatsoever. But it has been 8 years, and the developers have actually pulled through with this one. They really have, and I have seen so much praise for them. So again, hats off to the developers not actually giving up on the game, because without them, this game would be dead in the water 6 months into the process 8 years ago. So this is No Man's Sky. Now, people will have mixed opinions on this. This only cost me £10, which I think is a pretty good deal. I think you can get it for PS5. I'm not sure how much it is, to be fair, but for £10 for the PS4 version, I would assume you can upgrade to the PS5 version anyway, so it is what it is. But yeah, this has had a topsy-turvy cycle for a game, but I think they've actually got through like the bad stuff, and now people are reaping the rewards for it, which is amazing to see. It really is, and I'm excited for it. It's a game that's always intrigued me since it came out 8 years ago, but I've only just picked it up. So yeah, No Man's Sky for £10. I think that's a great deal. I really do. Let me know if you've actually played No Man's Sky down below, because I'm looking forward to it. That's probably one of the PS4 games I'm looking forward to the most to play. So yeah, No Man's Sky for £10. Happy days. Now, with the new game released in September this year, this sort of like, took my brain on high alert for the rest of the games. I haven't actually bought the new one, but it looks really good. I played it around a mates, and it is fantastic. It really is. And if you don't know what I'm talking about Space Marines 2, Warhammer Space Marines 2. So this one is Space Hawk Deathwing Edition, Deathwing Enhanced Edition. Sorry, it's the Space Hulk. Now, this is set in the Warhammer universe, so I'm assuming it's not really canon or anything like that to like Space Marines or anything like that on the PS3 or even the PS5 version. But it looks really cool, and I do like my Warhammer games. They were pretty cool to play, especially the first Space Marines. That's gone up a heck of a lot of money recently. It really has. It's like £20, £25 now, just because of Space Marines 2. That is a great game. I would actually go out and buy it, but we're gonna wait until it comes down in price. I think in Black Friday it went down to like 35, which is pretty cool. But I'm just gonna wait. Hold off. I can play around with friends. It's a great game though. But this looks really cool. I know there's a PS3 Space Hulk as well, but I'm not sure what the difference is. Um, this looks pretty cool for £8. It's again another game that I looked at the back and I was like, oh, I'm really sold by that. That doesn't happen a lot, especially well for me anyway. But again, like I said, £8 paid, I don't think it's too bad whatsoever. So for my recent PS4 pickups, we've got four. We've got Neo 2, No Man's Sky, we've got Deathwing Enhanced Edition, Space Hulk, and we have The Last of Us only on PlayStation. I think these are some fantastic pickups for the PS4, and it just proves how much value there is in the system. I really truly believe that the PS4 is the best value system to collect for if you're looking to collect. This just proves it. It really does. Honestly, it's only 4 games, but my word, it is fantastic. And yeah, some absolute bangers. Which then leads us to my PlayStation 3 pickups. Now, you might be sitting there thinking, oh, I've saved the best till last. Probably haven't, to be fair. But the PS3 for me is a lot harder to collect good games and the actual games I really want to collect for, especially out in person without ordering them online on eBay or CEX. So, the struggle is real, but we're getting there. We've added some pretty cool games, I think, this week. We'll just run through them. So the first one is another racing game that I've added to the collection. It's one in the franchise. I don't know how many there is. There's quite a few. I think there's like 4 or 5 on the PlayStation 3 system. I think I have like 2. I played the first one a lot, but this one is Dirt Showdown. This came out in like 2012, 2013. It's one of the later PS3 games to actually be released. It costs £2.50, and you can't go wrong with the Dirt game. You can't. And it's another racing game because I am trying to collect all the racing games on the PS3 system. So for £2.50, I'm not going to leave that there whatsoever. And yeah, it's got the Hoonigan in it. It's so good. So the next one is actually a special edition steelbook, and again, there's a theme going on in this video where I've bought really bad movie to game adaptation games, and this is no different to that. And to be fair, it is a really bad movie to game adaptation, but it's a steelbook, and it's a Gen 1 steelbook, which are getting quite rare, and it's in pretty good condition. So this is Prince of Persia. What is it? No, it's not. This is Prince Caspian, Chronicles of Narnia, Prince Caspian, and it is a Gen 1 steelbook. And this costs the same price as the game, and I was not going to leave that there because it's actually quite nice. It's a Gen 1, so it has all the printing on the actual steelbook itself. It's in decent enough condition. It's got a few little, scratches and bumps and stuff, but again, you can't really complain. It's complete with the manual. Well, yeah, it's just great. It's a special edition. It's a steelbook for £1.50. I am not leaving that there whatsoever. Now, my last PlayStation 3 pickup is another racing game, sort of, not really, but it kind of is at the same time. This is MX versus ATV Alive 2011. Now, I like my motocross. I used to like to play like Trials Fusion and that quite a lot. And there's a PlayStation 2 motocross game that I cannot remember for the life of me what it's called. I used to play it so much with my brother, but for the life of me, I cannot remember what it was called. But this is MX versus ATV on Alive, which looks pretty good. To be fair, I don't know if it's online only. I don't think it is. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, I hope it's not. But for £2.50, it looks pretty cool. It's complete with the manual. It's another racing genre game to add to the collection. So we've added 2 this episode. So that's pretty good, and that's good going. So £2.50 spent. Didn't spend that much on my PlayStation 3 pickups. So for the PS3, I've only spent £6.50, which is the cheapest. I've only spent £6.50 on the PS3, which is the cheapest pickups that I've got in this whole video, compared to the PSP, compared to the PS4, and compared to the PS2. It's the least amount of money that I've actually spent, which is pretty crazy to me. £6.50, but I did get a steelbook. So that's something. That's worth a like. It's worth a like. Although it is the Prince Caspian steelbook, so maybe not. But yeah, it's pretty cool. This is very difficult to hold in one hand, I'm not going to lie. This is all of my pickups over the last 2 or 3 weeks, and I think I've done phenomenally well. There's a lot of stuff here. There's so much content here to keep me busy over the Christmas period. Like I said, it's probably going to be one of my last pickups videos before Christmas. I might be able to stretch one out depending on how Norwich goes. I'm not so sure. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 games added, and a funky memory card to add to the collection. Let me know down below if you think I've done well this week. I think I've done fantastic. Obviously, starting a new collection with the only on PlayStation sleeves. We've added 1 steelbook. All the rest are just normal cased games, which I love. We've also added 3 PSP games, which does not happen for me. So I'm more than happy to be adding them. And like I said, a random sort of bit of a history, I guess. I don't know. But let me know down below in the comments if you think I've done really well. Again, the PS2 games are absolutely fantastic. Like I said, watch the video if you haven't done so already on the dedicated video to them, because I go much more in depth about them. But yeah, 16 games. I haven't added that many games in a long time. And all of these, bar the only on PlayStation, came from CEX themselves. So again, it's been fantastic. What a haul of games. spanning all consoles apart from PS1. Yeah, unreal. I had to put them down because my arm was actually dying. Like they were heavy, alright? I'm not just a wuss, okay? I'm not. But yeah, 16 games added to the collection. That's insane. I haven't done that since probably the start of November, maybe even in October. I can't remember the last time I had a massive CEX haul. So if you've enjoyed this video, feel free to drop it a like. I would much love you if you did that. Consider subscribing to the channel and leave a comment if you think I've done well with the money spent. Totals and prices will be up on the screen as and when. But thank you guys so much for watching, and take care of yourselves.